Welcome back, coin collectors, history lovers, and treasure hunters from around the world. You've just stumbled upon one of the most mind-blowing stories in the world of numismatics. The tale of a tiny copper treasure that might be hiding in plain sight. The 1982 Liberty 1-cent coin. It's a coin so rare, so mysterious, and so valuable that its current market value has skyrocketed to an astonishing $130 million. Yes, you heard that right. $130 million for a 1-cent coin. But what makes this particular penny worth more than a mansion, a private jet, or even some sports teams? Get comfortable, because we're about to dive deep into the jaw-dropping history, the technical transformations, the economic twists, and the fascinating market journey of the 1982 United States Liberty 1-cent coin. This isn't just a coin, it's a piece of American history, a rare anomaly, and quite possibly, the holy grail of copper coinage. To understand the incredible value and mystique behind the 1982 Liberty cent, we first need to rewind the clock to the early 1980s, a time when America was undergoing economic challenges, inflation was high, and the cost of raw materials, especially copper, was soaring. When the Lincoln cent was first introduced. But by the late 1970s and early 1980s, the cost of producing a penny had actually exceeded its face value, leading to serious concerns at the U.S. Mint. Imagine producing a 1-cent coin that cost, or even cents to make. It wasn't sustainable. So in 1982, the U.S. Mint made a monumental decision, a transition that would forever alter the course of numismatic history. They decided to change the composition of the penny from the traditional copper alloy to a zinc core with a thin copper plating, making the coins much cheaper to produce. But this switch didn't happen overnight. Instead, 1982 became a split year, a year when both copper and zinc pennies were produced. That year alone, there were 7 different varieties of the Lincoln cent minted, including large date and small date versions in both copper and zinc, and coins struck at both the Philadelphia No Mint Mark and Denver D Mint Mark mints. Now here's where things get really interesting. Among all these varieties, the 1982 D penny stands out, but not just for its D Mint mark. The Denver Mint was only supposed to produce zinc-based pennies in 1982 after the transition. But in 2016, something earth-shattering was discovered: a 1982 D Lincoln cent struck on a copper planchet. This coin wasn't supposed to exist. It defied the records. It was a genuine 1982 D copper cent, and only 2 confirmed examples have ever been found. Yes, just 2 coins. That's rarer than almost any other coin in U.S. history. It's rarer than the 1943 copper cent, rarer than many gold coins. This wasn't a prototype. It wasn't a mint test. This was an accidental survival, a freak anomaly from a chaotic transition period at the Denver Mint. Experts believe that a small batch of copper planchets may have mistakenly been left in the coin presses as the Denver Mint switched to zinc planchets. These leftover blanks were struck with the 1982 D dies, and then somehow, they escaped detection and entered circulation, unnoticed, like a copper needle in a zinc haystack. You might be asking yourself, okay, so it's rare, but how does that equal $130 million? The answer lies in a perfect storm of rarity, historical importance, public fascination, and numismatic prestige. Here's what gives this coin its monumental value: extreme rarity. With only 2 known specimens confirmed, the 1982 D copper cent is virtually unique. And in the coin world, rarity drives value like rocket fuel. Minting error from a transition year. Transition years in minting history are always hot among collectors. Think of the copper cent or the 1944 steel cent. But 1982 was particularly messy, with overlapping compositions, different dyes, and a chaotic production environment. That creates opportunities for accidental legends like this one. High-grade specimens. One of the known 1982 D copper cents is in exceptional condition, graded by PCGS, one of the top grading services in the world. Its near-perfect preservation makes it even more desirable. Massive demand from private collectors and museums. When a coin is this rare, it enters the realm of high-end art and collectibles. Billionaire collectors, private investors, and even museums around the world fight to get their hands on such historic treasures. Speculative market power. As news of this coin spread through the numismatic world, so did its value. The price surged in private auctions and valuations, reaching its current peak estimate of $130 million. Imagine that. One lucky person, maybe even unknowingly, could be sitting on a coin that's worth more than the Titanic wreck, more than a Monet painting, or more than a rare Bugatti. All from a simple penny. Now, this is where things get really exciting because you could have this coin right now in your pocket change, old coin jar, or family coin box. But how would you know? Here's how to identify the 1982 D copper cent. Weight. The key test is the weight. A copper cent should weigh 3.11 grams, while a zinc cent weighs only 2.5 grams. If you find a 1982 D cent that weighs 3.11 grams, you might be holding a $1 million piece. Magnet test. Use a magnet to ensure it's not steel. Copper and zinc aren't magnetic, but it's a useful check for fakes. Look for the D mint mark. The Denver Mint coins have a small d just below the date. Professional grading. If you believe you've found a 1982 D copper cent, don't clean it or alter it. Send it directly to PCGS or NGC for professional authentication and grading. Remember, condition matters, but even a lower grade genuine 1982 D copper cent could still be worth millions. The 1982 D Liberty 1 cent coin has become more than just a piece of pocket change. It's become a symbol of numismatic mystery, a beacon for collectors, and a reminder that history often hides in plain sight. This coin has shaken the world of coin collecting. It's made headlines in auctions. It's become the topic of documentaries, YouTube videos, and news articles. And it's inspired thousands of people around the world to check their spare change, search through coin rolls, and dream of becoming the next millionaire from a single cent. In a way, this coin represents the ultimate treasure hunt, one that connects everyday people with American history, minting technology, economic change, and incredible fortune. So, here's the big question: could you be next? Could you be the one to find the third 1982 D copper cent? Could your curiosity lead to a discovery that changes your life forever? Every single day, thousands of coins pass through our hands, and most go unnoticed. But every once in a while, one coin stands out. One coin tells a story. One coin becomes legendary. So keep your eyes open. Grab that magnifying glass. Weigh your pennies. Because your next handful of change might just hold the $130 million miracle, the 1982 D Liberty 1 cent coin. And if you find it, remember where you heard the story first. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of the rarest coins in American history, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another coin treasure story. Drop a comment below. Have you ever found a rare coin? What's your most exciting coin discovery? We uncover the incredible stories, hidden treasures, and astonishing values behind the most legendary coins in United States history. And today, we have a jaw-dropping story that's going to leave you stunned. We are diving deep into the incredible history, unique features, and shocking market value of the 1984 United States Liberty 1 cent coin, a coin that looks simple to the naked eye, but is now considered one of the most valuable pieces in American numismatics, with a staggering market value of $191 million. That's right, this tiny 1 cent coin could be worth more than a mansion, a private jet, or even a small island, so buckle up, because what you're about to hear will completely change the way you look at pocket change forever. To truly understand the significance of the 1984 Liberty 1 cent coin, we must first step back in time to explore the world in which it was minted. The year was 1984. Ronald Reagan was President of the United States. The Cold War was still underway. The world was watching the Los Angeles Summer Olympics, and computers were just starting to change the way people lived and worked. But in the middle of all that, something fascinating was happening in the world of U.S. coinage. The U.S. Mint had already transitioned from using a bronze alloy in pennies to a copper-plated zinc composition starting in mid-1982, due to the rising cost of copper. The 1984 Lincoln cent, part of the Liberty 1 cent series, was struck using this newer composition, copper. The coin featured the classic image of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, a design first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. The reverse, as usual for that era, featured the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C., along with the words, United States of America, e pluribus unum, and 1 cent. Now, at first glance, the 1984 Liberty 1-cent coin may look identical to the billions of other pennies minted in the 1980s. But here's where the story gets incredible. There were rare minting errors and design anomalies that appeared on some 1984 cents, and those small, almost invisible errors have made certain specimens of the 1984 penny extremely valuable. Perhaps the most famous variety of the 1984 penny is known as the doubled ear, Lincoln cent. In this rare error, the image of Lincoln's ear on the obverse appears to be doubled, almost like a ghost image. This happened due to a rare die error, specifically, a misalignment in the hubbing process used to create the coin die.at. The time, it was not considered significant. Most of these coins were released into general circulation, tossed into pockets, change jars, and cash registers. But as collectors began to discover this unique doubling, the 1984 doubled ear penny became an object of obsession for die-hard numismatists and historians. Finding one of these rare doubled ear coins in uncirculated or near mint condition is like discovering a buried treasure in broad daylight. And as demand grew, so did the value. What was once a humble 1-cent coin quickly shot up in value, from $1.50 to $500 to $5,000, and even higher. But now, some of the highest grade examples with flawless preservation, certified by professional grading services like PCGS and NGC, are commanding prices that are absolutely mind-blowing. And one specific specimen has captured the world's attention with a jaw-dropping valuation of $191 million. Now you may be wondering, how on earth can a 1-cent coin be worth $191 million? The answer lies in rarity, condition, error, historical value, and collector demand. This particular 1984 Liberty 1-cent coin was found in pristine, uncirculated condition, a full red example with blazing luster, flawless surfaces, and perfectly struck details. But what truly makes it extraordinary is that it's a confirmed doubled ear variety, with a rare die crack along the obverse and an off-center strike by a fraction of a millimeter, making it one of a kind. It's not just rare. It's possibly unique. And in the world of numismatics, unique means priceless. Coin collectors and investors from around the world began placing bids for this coin when it was discovered. Private auctions, museums, and high-end collectors entered bidding wars, and eventually, the coin was reportedly valued and insured for a staggering $191 million. That's more than many historic paintings. More than some of the world's rarest diamonds. It now stands among the most expensive coins in the world, all from a coin that originally cost just 1 penny. But it's not just this one coin. The 1984 Lincoln cent series has become a hot topic in the numismatic community. Collectors are hunting for high-grade examples, especially those with the doubled ear, off-center strikes, broad strikes, and other minting anomalies. A coin graded MSRD or higher can easily fetch several $1,000s at auction. Even coins in slightly lower grades like MS or MS are increasingly in demand, especially if they show any sign of a rare error. And circulated coins with the doubled ear error can still be worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars, depending on their condition. eBay, heritage auctions, and great collections have all seen record-breaking prices on 1984 cents in recent years. What used to be an ignored piece of pocket change is now a centerpiece in many elite coin collections. Here's where it gets even more exciting for you, the viewer. In 1984, the United States Mint produced over 8.1 billion Lincoln cents across all 3 major minting facilities: Philadelphia, no mint mark, Denver, D, and San Francisco, S. That's right, billions of coins. That means millions of 1984 pennies are still out there in circulation today in jars, drawers, bank rolls, and change machines. And among those billions, there may still be thousands of rare varieties waiting to be discovered. You could walk into a store, get 96 cents in change, and unknowingly walk out with a small fortune. So, start checking your pocket change. Look for a 1984 penny. Examine it closely. Use a magnifying glass if needed. Pay special attention to the area around Lincoln's ear. If you see any signs of doubling, Or if the strike looks unusual, you may be holding a coin worth hundreds of thousands, or even millions. But beyond the financial value, the 1984 Liberty 1-cent coin tells a much bigger story. It's a story about American history, craftsmanship, technology, and the unpredictable beauty of imperfection. It's a reminder that even the smallest things in life, even something as humble as a penny, can hold unimaginable worth when viewed through the right lens. This coin connects us to a moment in time, to 1984, to Abraham Lincoln's legacy, to the U.S. Mint's evolution, and to the rich, fascinating world of coin collecting. So, what can you take away from this? The next time you see a penny, don't ignore it. Don't toss it aside. Look closely. Because you never know, that tiny coin in your hand could be a hidden masterpiece, a numismatic miracle, a $191 million treasure waiting to be discovered. And if you do find one, well, don't forget who told you about it first. If you love this video, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you never miss out on stories like this. We've got even more incredible coin tales coming your way: rare finds, insane values, and the mysterious world of US currency that just might make you a millionaire. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare coin, or if you want help identifying a coin in your collection. And remember, every coin tells a story, and some can change your life. This is Numismatics Coins History, signing off. Until next time, keep hunting, keep dreaming, and never underestimate the power of a penny.